Hey, Mindy.
Hey, Bestie.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Got some great news for all you besties out there listening. REMelations has been nominated for not one, but two
Iowa Podcast Awards.
Ooh, Mindy's doing
That's like
double
laser
buzz.
fingers. I'm
Laser
excited.
finger. Pew, pew.
So excited.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Bestie, we are nominated for Best Comedy Podcast and Host of the Year Ensemble.
It is an honor to be nominated. We are so excited about this awards ceremony. I mean, Brooke and I are already trying to plan our outfits. It is tough. It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Do you remember that dream I had where we won an award and Tom Cruise was there? I'm just hoping he's going to show up.
What was the one with the dress?
That was the beige dress dream.
The beige dress.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find something better.
No, because I don't think beige will work.
We can't wait for it. So this awards show is September 15th, 2024. And Bestie, we have a big favor to ask.
Yes.
Not only are we nominated for 2 amazing awards, but there's also a People's Choice Award, which means our besties get to vote for your favorite show.
Which I hope is us.
We keeping our fingers crossed. We have one favor to ask, and that's for you to go to REMelations.com/vote, and that will take you to a link where you can cast your vote for REMelations for the People's Choice Award.
Woohoo!
But this fun doesn't stop there, Brooke.
Oh my gosh.
We have another announcement.
Big.
Because not only are we nominated, but we're also doing a live show at the awards. So if you want to see us live and you're going to be in the Cedar Rapids area, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that is, it is the Iowa Podcast Awards. That's September 15th, 11 a.m. And again, all the details are going to be on our website, REMelations.com/vote, and learn how you can come and see us live.
Woo! I don't know why I just throw woos in.
It's your thing.
I guess it is. I didn't realize it till we did this podcast.
I know.
I can't help it. It's in my blood. All right, Bestie, we are so excited. Thank you so much for being the best besties in the world and listening to us each week. And your support means everything to us.
All right, let's get the show started.
Welcome to REMelations. We're your hosts.
I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke. REMelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams, from nightmares to the just plain bizarre. Join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. This week we've got a dream from Harry, but it's really a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream.
Don't forget Catnaps, our favorite segment, where we hear reading dreams about puking up roaches, conga lines,
Yes.
Jesus choking on a dinner roll,
Oh no.
and of course, time-traveling toilets.
Nice.
And stick around, because I'm also talking about the topic of phobias this week. From spiders to being afraid of dreams, we're talking about all types of phobias.
Nice.
All right, Bestie. Tell Jesus to set down that dinner roll. It's very dangerous. And let's get started.
Woo! Hello, my friend.
Bonjour.
Oh.
Hola.
Oh.
That's all I know.
And
Hey,
Hi.
howdy ho. Y'all?
y'all.
Yeah,
Oh,
hi,
no.
Bestie. How are you
It's
today?
a y'all
How are
type
you
of
doing?
day.
How you doing? How's life? You look fab. You look.
I always look this beautiful. Mindy's rocking some braids today that
I do
I'm
have
obsessed
braids.
with.
I
know, I
just
love
felt.
them.
I felt it. It felt like
It's
a braid type of day. And I've got like a white. What do they call it?
You can't call
You can't call 'em-
WBs anymore.
No. A white.
There is a term for it.
Sleeveless
A
tank
sleeveless
top.
tank top? Well, tank tops are sleeveless.
Oh,
It's
true.
like a tank top.
It's
but
ribbed.
It's wider strapped on
Yeah.
the shoulder.
There.
It's like a t-shirt with the sleeves cut off.
It is a domestic violence asshole shirt.
There
How's
we
that?
go. I know there's a new
Yeah.
term for it,
I'm
too,
sure
but
there
I
is.
can't think. And I was like, I had never heard that until recently either.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
ooh,
Well,
boy.
I just need a prison tat right here, and I'll be ready to go.
You do? Oh, my God. I'm picturing it now. Look at you.
It's like a heart. It says mom.
Just mom.
Of course I would. I love my mom.
Well, and you're a good mom, too.
Hmm.
I must say.
Well, you ready to get started? Let's get rolling today.
Let's get rolling today because we've got a lot to discuss. Okay, I'm sharing a dream today from Harry, and he is from Brooklyn.
Hey, Harry.
I've had 2 sets of dreams like this now.
Okay.
The first set happened around 2016 or 2017. I had stayed the night at a friend coworker's house after drinking and didn't want to risk driving home.
Smart,
Good
bro.
job, Harry. My friend went to bed, and I slept on the couch. My head was laid down on the left cushion, and when I opened my eyes, I was staring at my reflection in his TV.
Okay. I think you need to back up a little bit. It's bad for your eyes if you sit that close to the TV.
That if you
Back it up.
back that couch up,
Yeah.
I just see a couch right next to a TV.
Right. It's just, and then of course it's like a 95-inch.
Yeah, it's the whole wall. It's like
Yeah.
a projection. The first time, and this is in quotes, I woke up.
Mm-hmm. Fake wake.
Yes, I remember feeling a bit groggy, slight headache. Figured I was just a bit hungover. I get up, I'm thirsty, but I'm not sure where my water bottle is. Whatever, I probably have a water bottle in my car. I grab my keys off the short table in front of the couch, turn right, and walk towards the sliding glass door that opens up to the parking lot of this apartment complex.
Okay.
Lots of details, though.
Yeah.
I feel like. As I'm walking up, I notice a bullet hole in my car that I can see from inside the apartment. I'm
No.
shocked.
That's a
Someone
big bullet.
had a gun around here last night and I didn't hear it. They shot my car.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed too. I don't care if it was an old junker.
Is that under
I'd
your
be scared,
insurance?
too.
Like,
Yeah, do you
liability
get-
things? Like uninsured motorists, bullet holes? Is it special rider? I don't know.
That would be such a specific thing to be covered for, but you think there'd have to be something, right?
I think it would just go under
It's
general.
not your fault.
No.
Okay.
Unless you had the gun.
Unless you did it yourself when you were drunk, Harry. There's a second bullet hole on the car. Was that there just a second ago?
Oh, no.
Now there's a bullet hole in the sliding glass
Take
door.
cover. Take cover. What are we just standing here for?
Mindy? And he says, and I realize I'm about to be hit,
Oh, no.
but time seems to stand still.
Of course.
I wake up,
Mm.
looking into my own eyes,
Oh.
laying on the couch. So it's another wake up, Mindy.
Okay. Yeah.
is this real or is this a dream?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Very
this
foggy.
This is why this was interesting to me.
Sure.
We hear the fake wakes a lot,
Yes.
but multiple? This
Yeah.
is interesting. Okay. So I wake up looking into my own eyes and the reflection in the TV. What the fuck? That was such an intense dream. It felt so real.
Mm-hmm.
I sit up. My head aches and I'm thirsty.
Okay.
Again, wakes up the same way.
Yeah.
I look for my water bottle. Still not there.
Damn it.
I decide, God damn it, I'm rummaging in the cupboards to borrow a glass.
I think
Come on, Harry.
It's your friend's house.
house.
It's so loud. Just
He goes, I'll wash it when I'm done. I'm like, it's a glass of water.
Right. Just turn on the faucet
Friend's gonna care.
and just put your head under the faucet. That
you
works
don't even
too.
need to dirty
you're-
a glass.
When you're desperate, yeah, cup your hands. There's plenty of options here.
Go out to the garden hose. Get hydrated. I get up and find a cup, then fill it with water. As soon as the water begins to touch my lips, I'm opening my eyes. Head is flat on the couch.
Mhm.
I can see myself in the
Okay.
TV's reflection.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm kind of concerned at this point. Was that 2 dreams in a row? Did one of those or both actually happen? I felt so real and alive in my body. Oftentimes when I dream, I'm more of a bodiless observer watching a
Okay.
TV show.
Yeah. Like third
And
person.
I get it. I am third-person dreamer too. But this felt like I was awake. It honestly did. So I get up hastily, still feeling hungover, and go to check to see if my car has any bullet
Yep.
holes in it.
That'd be the first thing I did.
I'd be like, okay, bullet holes, water bottle, what are all these things that
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out? I don't know what's real at this point. I look through the sliding glass doors and everything looks fine. No bullet holes.
Excellent. Phew.
Woo! I turn around to sit back down on the couch. And then I wake up again.
God.
Same exact position. I'm terrified at this point.
Oh, I
Am
don't like this. It's like
it's
like Groundhog Day in a dream. It's exhausting.
Mindy, Harry says,
oh God,
am I stuck in a weird Groundhog Day type loop?
Why can I predict the future sometimes? I don't know.
You can though. You really
sometimes
you do. What the fuck is going on? Am I dreaming? Am I crazy? I sit up and I wake up again. Yada yada yada.
Thirsty.
This happened
Water.
a few thirsty bullet holes.
Thirsty.
This happened a few more times where I'd only have time to sit up and I'd wake up again. The last time I woke up and didn't reset after sitting up, I ran into my friend's bedroom terrified and yelled, "Fucking slap me so I know if I'm dreaming or not."
Oh my God, could you imagine if I
sound asleep?
If I ran into
Mindy
your room,
runs in. Slap me.
You would slap me too. You would be that kind of friend in a nice way.
Good friend.
It might be on the bum, but
you know I've done that before. I'm not afraid of a good bum slap. Well, that's it from Harry.
Wow. Okay.
So it's not super long, but it was just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mindy, before I kind of get into this analysis of the stream, I want to remind our besties out there that there are many, many, many great ways to support our show.
Yes.
And you can go to REMelations.com/support. Show us your love. But Bestie, remember, we are really, really asking for your help for our Iowa Podcast Award for People's Choice.
Yes.
We need your vote.
We have the best besties.
We need your vote.
They're going to do it. I can tell.
We have the best besties. So you can do that by going to REMelations.com/vote. And we can't wait to tell you the results of the show.
Wonderful. Let's get into this analysis.
All right. So this is a very meta dream, first of all.
Yeah.
And it cracked me up. I mean, you said it yourself, but I was thinking too. He said it himself, Groundhog's Day. Like he used that exact
word. It's like a loop. You can't get out.
And what is that problem? That's nagging at him. I don't think he's really getting shot at.
No.
But there's something he can't seem to overcome. And for whatever reason, it was happening back to back to back in this weird dream.
And sometimes we've seen progression in dreams like this where you get to one door in the dream and the next time you get a little further in the maze.
Yeah,
but this almost seems like it got
complete
worse.
Reset. Yeah,
it's like
it was shorter.
I just get to sit up in the lat at the end of it. Like I didn't even get my goddamn water.
Well, and that's another thing. Always thirsty. Always thirsty when waking up. So dreaming about a lack of water could mean more than just your hangover.
Really?
Really?
Never had that happen?
Harry just might be feeling depleted by work or a relationship, or maybe even physically. I mean, everything comes out in your dreams, people. Also, dreaming about water can be very symbolic of your emotions and are said to be linked to your intuition and subconscious mind. Mindy, you have great intuition. Water's also associated with creativity, fertility, emotional well-being, renewal, purity, and new endeavors. So what the heck is going on with Mr. Harry?
He's searching, whatever it is, it's like he's searching for it.
That's
the unattainable, right? Like, is it that he's searching for some sort of refresh? Is he searching for
some sort of a new chapter?
Something. Like it's not attainable for him right now.
No, and it seems like he's running out of time. Like you said, it gets shorter and shorter as the dream goes on. So it's like I'm feeling an urgency towards the end of the dream that whatever he's dealing with, along the same idea of him being thirsty every time he woke up, it could mean he's been neglecting his own well-being, or maybe just like suppressing his own wants or desires. And if he's constantly searching for water, I think it kind of goes with what you just said, longing for new experiences, or, and this is funny, Mindy, because you use this exact word, a need for refreshment in your waking life. Twice now. Twice in this dream, Groundhog's Day, and you use the word refreshment.
I don't know who Harry is, but I feel like a kindred spirit.
Do you know Harry? Have you been to Brooklyn lately?
I don't think I know a single Harry, to be honest. I don't know a single Harry. Do you?
My dad has a cousin, Harry,
Nope.
But that does seem kind of an older name.
Never met a Harry.
But it's not an uncommon name. So
No.
that does surprise me. Harry seems kind of...
Maybe we should be friends, Harry.
Harry, let us know if you want new friends.
I've got water. I'll share.
I've got a car with no bullet holes. I'll give you a ride home if you drink too much.
Yes.
If I haven't also had too much.
Caveat.
And if I'm in Brooklyn. Okay, so the bullet holes, though. I mean, I feel like that whole section of his dream regarding the bullet holes and then realizing he's in actual danger, like you said, take cover. It's symbolizing his vulnerability, maybe a sense of powerlessness or, someone just kind of attacking him. I mean,
it's almost like he's too slow on the uptake. You know what I mean? Like like, and everything's kind of, his time's getting shorter, like you mentioned. But even like he's like, oh, bullets in the car. That's interesting. 2 bullets in the car. Okay. Bullets in the glass window. Oh, I should probably walk away.
Like, yeah, it is a little concerning, his reaction time, but I think that probably speaks volumes to whatever the issue is. I think that probably brings in...
Maybe he's dragging his feet. Maybe that's why there's such an urgency now.
Yeah, because now he wasted too much time. But besides the element of water, the constant was seeing his reflection in the TV.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
So I feel like he can see himself both in the TV and, we mentioned, third-person dreamer. So it's like he's watching himself both every time he wakes up from these dreams. He's looking right at the problem, so to speak. But he still can't seem to see whatever this real issue is, or he's missing it, or the timing's off. There's just something with whatever this real problem is. It may be as simple as him just being stuck in his own head, because God knows we've been there.
I think the interesting thing is like the timing off thing. That stuck out to me when you said that. Maybe it is a timing thing.
It could be. I mean, it really could be. And he's watching himself, but is he reflecting on himself?
Ooh.
So there just might be something happening that he just doesn't quite have all the answers to.
I like the play on words
obviously.
The reflecting. I mean, literally reflecting on himself. I get it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, Harry, that sucks. I think that would be a really annoying thing to happen.
And when you drink next time, just make sure you get a little satchel and put it around yourself with your water.
Yeah, hook it to your body.
Yeah, like a belt buckle of water. Like
or,
a belt,
like one of those helmets with for beer cans,
yeah,
but
put
just
water.
Keep 2 bottles of water
Stay
in there.
hydrated. Very important.
Very important. Well, wish you the best of luck, Harry. Thank you for sharing your dream.
Absolutely. It is time for our question of the week, Bestie. This is the point of the show where we read each other a question, and you can join the conversation by going to our Facebook group, REMelations Besties Facebook group, and join our conversation. Let us know what you choose. But Brooke.
Oh, gosh.
I
don't know why I'm surprised every week, but I am.
You're not going to like this one.
Oh, no.
Would you rather find a rat in your kitchen or a roach in your bed?
Oh, God.
I don't think those are good. But you're welcome.
Oh, I don't think they're good either. I think that's the point of the question. Well, I do have cats, so I would be hoping one of them. I'm using the Mindy logic this week.
Yes,
the Mindy always pulls a technicality out of these questions. So this week, I'm going to use a technicality and say I'd probably choose the rat because I have cats, but also the idea of something crawling on me when I'm like in my blankets and stuff. I don't want a bug in my bed.
No. So final answer?
Final answer, I'm choosing a rat in the kitchen. Mindy?
Oh.
Let's see what your logic
My logic
takes
is
you this week.
I really don't like stuff on my bed either. I think that's a sacred place that
yes,
creaky little crawly little bastard should be in. And
it'd be worse if it were a rat in your bed or a rat in your kitchen.
Rats can be really big.
They can be big, but they're gonna be gross in your kitchen, and you'll.
Okay,
feel,
I think I'm going with rat in the kitchen only because I agree that Kingston would try to catch it and play with it and hopefully kill it for me. Yeah. And I'm just take that bed and I am burning it. I am putting that mattress outside, lighting that motherfucker on fire.
It's
get a new
done.
bed. Done. Yeah. Best way.
Oh, Mindy,
We agreed.
this is the first one that we've
In a
agreed on
while.
quite a few episodes.
Okay, going with rats. Going with rats in the kitchen.
Rats.
For the
We
win.
want the rats in the kitchen. Have you ever heard that sentence before?
Rats in the kitchen. Gotta get those rats in the kitchen. Get the
Get your
cats
dogs
on the
and your
rats
cats
on
to
the
get
kitchen.
the rats.
Okay, rats.
It's a good song.
Thank you. I practiced all week on that.
I figured you did.
All of 30 seconds in my head.
I was
before it
like,
came
because
out
you
of my
just chose the
mind.
question. I saw you just
I did.
choose the question. All right, it's catnap time, Bestie. And as always, we're very excited to share as many of your dreams, dream stories. Short and sweet. We don't go into too much analysis. We just want to get your dreams out there. So would you like to get us started today, Mindy?
I would love to. And I've got a nightmare here from Jessica from Houston.
Okay.
She says, I will go for months at a time and never dream, or at least remember them. A sleep study I had revealed I didn't enter REM sleep at night, but during the day I did.
I think
Like
that's
naps.
what happens to me.
Yeah.
Well, I think my deepest sleep happens right around the time where I'm supposed to be waking up.
When I do dream, it's always vivid. Bright colors, lots of detail, and I'm usually lost or running away from someone. I've never had a good dream. People in my dreams never have faces, but I know exactly who they are, and that about sums up my dream history. On to the dream.
Oh, no.
Last night's dream, I was in a hotel bathroom sitting on the toilet. Not
Nice.
using the toilet, she says, just using it as a seat.
Well, that's what I like to do when I have a hotel room.
Right.
Just relax,
In
sitting on the
bathroom.
toilet.
There is a white small table in front of me against the wall. With no warning or feeling, I lean forward and vomit on the tabletop.
Oh, maybe you should have been using the toilet for that.
Right, turn it around. Turn it around.
Other end.
Oh, yeah. I hate having to throw up in a toilet.
Oh, well, where else are you going to do it?
You know what's the worst is because I get migraines. Like my migraines are always linked to nausea. Nausea, feeling nauseated. The worst was Mark and I were shooting a wedding, and I had a migraine all day. This is before I got on my awesome medication, so nothing I could really do. I mean, Excedrin migraine, Advil, anything I took didn't really matter. I just felt so sick, and so it's the beginning of speeches, and I just look at Mark. I go, I have to go. I have to go.
Yeah.
I run to the bathroom. I start puking like crazy. And of course now it's like at a wedding. And so I'm like, there's guests in there. There's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to think like do they think I'm a guest? I drank too much.
Right,
I'm like,
this is terrible.
It was horrible. And I was like, in their time, I had to wait till like there's no one in there in order to like leave because I didn't want people to know
It was you?
it was me. Because I'm like, it's just migraine. It's just a migraine.
You know, it's bad enough to puke. And it's bad enough to puke in your own toilet. It is the worst to be in public.
Yeah, it really is.
Because, like, even if, you know, you're legitimately sick, but why do we feel bad when we're sick? Like, I don't want to be puking in public either, but, like, I've done it, obviously, with my stomach issues, and I feel...
Like
I feel embarrassed, or I try to be quiet or something, you know, like...
You can't be quiet. No,
I am also a very loud.
You're a violent
some people
puker.
I'm a retcher.
Oh,
so
a
it's like
retcher?
my whole like body,
me too.
like, and it's loud. I can't control the volume.
anything.
Some people could just be like, "Bleh," and I'm
Nope.
like, no.
It sounds
It's
like
"Bleh," and then there's the
like-
tears and the snot
yes.
coming out,
and
too.
then the
It's all-
burning sensation.
It's
Bestie, aren't you
great.
glad you tuned in today? I hope you
Are
ate
we-
dinner already. Bathrooms and puking.
We love it.
Okay.
We share it all.
Okay, well, poor Jessica here, puking in the bathroom. The vomit has a black, stringy consistency to it.
Oh.
And there are baby roaches crawling around in it.
Oh,
Okay,
Mindy.
I didn't know I had this tie. I just literally forgot about
You
this.
are on top of it today, Mindy.
The
You are
moon must be full.
Yes.
There is no smell or taste in my dream to know.
Okay. Which is odd since
yeah.
she says she is a very vivid dreamer.
Mm-hmm. I stand turning to my right, and there is a sink and a mirror. I open my mouth, and the same substance as well as a few more roaches are in my mouth. I begin to watch myself spit at the mirror to get it all out.
Oh.
Yeah, not a great feeling. As I spit it out, it turns into wisps of black smoke or cotton candy type stuff that lingers in the air. I take my phone out of my pocket and turn back to the table to take a picture. I take 2 pictures and check them to make sure I capture the images.
Oh,
Satisfied, I turn to the door and run out. I run down the hall knowing I am going to get my husband, because in real life, my husband is a registered nurse. I find him in another hotel room that looks like a hospital room.
What? They have 2 hotel rooms?
Right, save money. You're married. Why are you having 2 hotel rooms?
Married. Yeah, share the same. They want their own bathrooms. That's the issue.
If someone's puking, I want my own bathroom too. I understand Jessica's husband. He's standing over a sleeping elderly woman, looking at some papers on a clipboard. He looks up at me and motions for me to come in. I do, and show him the pictures I just took. He looks at me in question, and I whisper, I threw them up. He takes a hold of my wrist and walk jogs me out to the front desk.
Walk jogs? Never heard that.
Like
term
mall
before.
walking.
Speed walking.
Walk jogs.
Walk jogs.
There's a man there who's apparently a pharmacist. He turns to the wall behind him that is filled with pill bottles and looks and grabs one. He hands me a single white pill that's inside of plastic. He says, take this now and come back at 3. I have to order the other one you need, and it'll be here then.
Just one? He's prescribing 2 pills total?
There are mirrored columns in this hotel, and I see myself in the mirror taking the pill. I'll return at 3 and again wash myself, unwrap, and take the pill. I ask the pharmacist if that's it. Are they dead or gone now? And he just nods in affirmative. I walk back down the hall and go to my room. As I walk, I begin to wonder how the roaches got inside me. I specifically wonder if I ate the mama roach in my sleep and she had her babies in me. I feel so disgusting.
I hate that.
Oh, no. You don't want to be a host to baby roaches.
They're feeding on your insides.
And then I have a lot of questions for this pharmacist, this hotel pharmacist. First of all,
do you know those famous hotel pharmacists?
I've got lots of questions for this pharmacist. One, what is your accreditation? Do I see something hanging on the wall, say you graduated from school? Second, what is happening inside my body, and are they dead? Like, how long does it take to happen? Are there any side effects? Oh, I've got so many questions.
I don't like it. Mindy,
I'm just glad I didn't, when I was at that wedding, puke up roaches, because
that
would have been extremely
not only just the roaches, but the texture, color, and consistency of the puke. Oh.
Question. What's the worst thing you can eat and puke?
And then puke of it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Me personally, or
just
do you
in
think
general?
in general?
Just in general.
It's probably something spicy because you're going to feel it coming back out too.
Yeah.
You know, like coming back out your throat. Because I'm not a spicy food person anyway, but having something like that come back out, either end, is not great.
That's why I don't eat spicy food.
No, I don't.
Can't take that risk.
That's what I would say. Something spicy. What do you think? Something spicy?
I think popcorn's pretty bad.
I never thought
It's kind of
about
still
that.
like kernely and crunchy. And
you know what? I don't think...
No, I take it back. Rice.
Okay.
I have puked rice.
Rice?
And that just gets stuck in your tonsils.
Well, see, my tonsils were removed, so I'm good.
Well, there you go. Spicy.
I can puke up rice with the best of them.
Good to know.
It's one of my talents. Okay.
All right, Brookie, your turn.
Right. I'll read 2 real quick, if that's okay.
It's allowed.
Okay,
it's your
thank
podcast,
you.
too. You can make the rules.
I love this. So this is Kelly, and she's from Madison. And these are dreams that I love. When there's sometimes just one sentence little dreams, but you know exactly what's going on. I had a dream once that I was in my classroom and turned to look at the clock. When I turn back around, I see all of my classmates in a conga line. And I'm just standing there like, and it's just like a what the fuck emoji, you know, like the shoulder shrug.
The shoulder shrug emoji.
The shoulder shrug. Kelly, I get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Then she
Conga
woke up.
line. That's kind of fun,
Conga
though.
line.
Jump in.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, I
would
love a
do
good
it.
conga line. Why not?
You know, it gets everybody out on the floor because everyone can do a conga line.
Oh, it's easy.
If you can walk, you don't
You
even
can
have to
conga.
walk. You can roll. You can do whatever you need. You just got to be in a line.
Love it.
Okay, so another one real quick. Another kind of one-sentence one. This is Hope from Denver. She said, one of my weirdest dreams was my friends and I were little asparagus.
Oh,
I don't know what the plural for asparagus is. It just says asparagus. Asparagi.
probably.
We were little asparagus, and we were dancing on a train, and we jumped off the front and got killed by the train.
Oh.
I guess I didn't realize trains could kill asparagus.
This is the worst VeggieTales episode ever.
Yeah, this is sad. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my brain. Just don't ask.
Oh.
Okay, Hope. We won't ask, but
No,
we don't think you're that
Sometimes
weird.
it's like one of those ones
Sometimes
that
you're an
don't mean
asparagus.
anything. Sometimes
No.
you're just asparagus.
Sometimes you're just an asparagus.
It's like asparagus suicide.
I know.
Sad.
And I love asparagus. Do you like asparagus?
Oh, yeah. I always forget I eat it until I go to the bathroom. It's like, oh, yeah, I did have asparagus.
Yeah, I smell
It's
that.
always a surprise the second time.
At least it doesn't burn.
That's true. I don't know. Asparagus coming back up? Probably not as bad as
no,
rice or
I
spicy.
don't think that's too bad.
Okay. Brooke, are you ready for one of my dreams?
Mindy!
I brought my little
It's
dream
been
girl.
so long.
It has been. So I just felt like sharing something today.
Yes, please, and thank you. Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Here we go. It begins and I'm standing outside of a school with a baby, maybe 1 year old.
Okay.
It's pickup time and the other kids have left, but this kid's parents are nowhere to be found.
Uh-oh. So it's not your baby.
Nope, not my baby. I must have been working there. I'm a,
You must have been
Working.
at the school.
you know, the 1 year old school.
The 1-year-old school? Yeah, I know that one.
I go back inside to my office, which is shared with others, and we start to Google and research who the baby's father is. It's a
You had
baby
to
girl.
Google it?
Yeah.
It wasn't
In the
in
school
the
records?
records?
We discover he's not a good guy.
Uh-oh. Well, he's not picking his baby up. So.
Warrants, violence, weapons, charges, etc. I
Oh,
make the
boy.
decision that this child should not go with him, but he is going to be pissed and possibly show up and shoot up the school.
Oh, gosh.
I walk to the main office, keeping an eye out on the main set of doors. I guess I left the kid with my office mates. I am here. Do you want to babysit a kid? I don't know who.
Here,
she
this
doesn't
kid- I
go
don't know who
here.
this
She's
kid is.
1 year old.
She's just there.
I walk into the main office and decide it was best to start at the back of the offices and move forward. I don't know why I'm doing this, I guess. Well, there's a radio station in the school. I give
Okay.
them the heads up that there will probably be a soft lockdown soon. Why not now? Why not a hard lockdown? I don't know. It was my dream.
Yeah, if there's a shooter coming, what's a soft lockdown?
I don't know. They ask for a description, and I give it to them. I start shutting blinds and locking doors. Then I wonder why this plan is so inefficient. Why do I have to do all the work? Each room should prepare their own room, and why am I going to each of the room getting it ready for this intruder? This is such a waste of time. All of a sudden, I see someone trying to sneak into the office, but it's through some frosted glass, so I can't see exactly who it is. But then it was just a normal family. False alarm. I walked back to where the principal was, but he was on the phone. Although the situation warranted a quick response, it was as if the policies in place didn't work as such. I see the father at the front door, red polo shirt, slicked back dark hair, and a couple of lays on.
Well, of course. Of course.
You know, try to add some levity into it.
You have to, Mindy. You have
If the
to.
police
It wouldn't
call-
be
you're like,
one
you're on
of
the
your
phone.
dreams.
You're like, what does the guy look like? Oh, okay. Polo shirt, slicked back hair, flowery lays.
Multiple lays.
He requests to enter the building. However, I haven't gotten the full lockdown all complete yet, and that's when I woke up.
Mindy. Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
This was an old one. This one was from like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember what was happening? At
No.
the time? No. You never do.
I should put that in my dream journal as well. It's like what the dream
Oh.
was and like what's happening in life would probably be helpful. But
No, that's fascinating.
Mhm.
Oh,
okay.
scary. Soft lockdown.
Soft? No, it should always be like. I mean, I understand some schools do that for like a kid that may have special needs or something, and they need to take them down the hallway without anyone in the hallway. But this seems like a very fast, hard police call, lockdown, SWAT team. I don't know.
Yeah, this seems like a hard lockdown situation.
Yeah, we will.
Your dad's not going to like this one, Mindy.
Oh, boy.
This is Mel, and he's from Cleveland. I dreamed that Jesus came back and came over to my house to have dinner with my wife.
That sounds
kind
of nice. I have a lot of questions for Jesus right now, actually.
Okay, well, maybe you can ask Mel to hook you up. And during dinner, he choked to death on a dinner roll.
Oh,
well, he just comes back. He just comes back, and then he chokes on the softest food.
It's not like a chicken bone?
No.
Oh, it's horrible.
I called 911 to tell them about Jesus, and they said they would send someone to get the body in a few days.
Oh, no.
Wow, it's just like Easter.
Is he going to be there in a couple days or not?
They're going to move the rock, and he's going to be there. I didn't know what to do with the body, and I didn't want to leave it in my dining room.
Oh, God.
So I stuffed Jesus in the trunk of my car.
Oh, that's got to smell.
Mindy, I can't even believe you tonight.
I don't know what's going on.
3 or 4 days later, someone came to get Jesus, and he was smelling pretty ripe.
Mm-hmm.
So you nailed it once again tonight.
I don't know.
You're figuring it all out. I have no idea why I had this dream.
Oh, man.
No? I don't know. That's a tricky one.
Could you imagine the dinner conversation before the roll incident?
I mean, but you think rolls are usually the first thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, if you're not having like super salad.
Well, hopefully they had soup and salad and had some time or like some appetizers.
And Jesus just got back? He couldn't pull any strings with the dinner roll people and like pull a miracle and
No. That's a shame.
No?
Damn shame.
Sorry, Jesus.
All right. Next, I have Isaac from Jackson, Mississippi.
All right.
I had a dream I was at church. Imagine that. I went to the washroom, and when I was finished, I flushed. With me still sitting down.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
I got sucked into the toilet and ended up on a roadside curb, and the streets were made of gold.
Wait, what? The toilet's on the side of the road?
No, it transported. He got
sucked in
the
and
toilet.
Dropped him out on this road.
I mean, maybe it's heaven because the streets were made of gold.
Gold, yeah.
And the trees and the grass were so green. Someone came up to me and said I was the first person to figure out how this worked.
You're like, I didn't figure it out.
He told me I was in heaven and I wasn't dead.
Wait, wasn't dead, but was in heaven.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Jesus pulled some dinner roll strings. I don't know. We did like a flip, like a, what's that, a wife swap?
Yes.
We'll just call it Jesus swap.
It's celebrity.
Celebrity edition. Just wait, Brooke, because you don't even know what you just said.
Oh my God.
I could freely roam around for 2 hours, and I would have to go back to my normal state again. He pointed me towards a big board and said, "You can visit anybody." So I picked my grandpa, and the sign told me he was golfing, and it was about 25 minutes away from where I was.
Very specific.
Like, is there like a heaven train or heaven Ubers?
Like what's the log you're looking at that's giving such information?
I just picture like an airport, like arrivals and departures.
Yeah, it's like arrivals, 25 minutes. It's like getting an Uber. Grandpa will be here in about 25 minutes.
So I begin on my journey to find him somehow, and I managed to find a golf cart of some type when I got there. Another sign said which hole he was on, along with a lot of other people like celebrities that were on the board too.
Uh-oh.
That didn't make sense. Let me say it again. There was another sign when I got there about which hole he was on, But the sign also had a lot of celebrities on the board, which said where they were too.
Okay.
It was the prettiest golf course I've ever seen. I saw celebrity golfing, but I was in a rush to find my grandpa. But then I saw Leslie Nielsen.
So random. Like, who thinks of him? Like, I mean, I don't know how old this dream is, but that is just not someone you hear about anymore.
No. Is he alive?
I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is.
I don't think so, but we can talk about him.
Let's check.
You know what's funny? Because I always get Leslie Nielsen and here's my dyslexia. Liam Neeson mixed up.
They're very
But
different.
you can understand why, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of odd, though, too, that you're mentioning Leslie Nielsen because
he's not been with us for like 20
a while. I thought so. I was watching an episode of Hot Ones before when we were waiting to record. Have you ever seen Hot Ones?
No.
It's one of my favorites. I love it. It's a talk show, and it's just a host at a black table, nothing else, and then the guest.
Okay.
Or sometimes it's two guests. Like I was watching one with Tenacious D. And he just interviews them, but they eat 10 hot wings as the interview goes on, and it gets Scovilles get hotter.
That's right.
So it's just so interesting. It throws these people off. You know, like that's the point. It's a whole different interviewing experience. But anyway, I was watching a Weird Al one, and he mentioned how he would take first dates to go see Naked Gun in the movie theater.
Uh-huh.
And he wouldn't tell his date
about
that he was in the movie.
Oh, even
so when because he was just barely in it, you know.
Oh, sure, he was still up and coming.
And he said he just would get a kick out of the reaction when they see him on the screen, and he would wear the same outfit in the movie.
He's like, ask wardrobe, I have an idea for a date. Can I take this home with me after this?
Can I bring this
wardrobe? Can we negotiate the wardrobe?
Anyways, that's weird.
Wait, did we hashtag Weird Al yet? I don't think we have.
Oh, I don't think we have.
But Brooke, that leads me to ask. I mean, if he's clever enough to come up with a whole first date scenario, you know he's going to have some amazing dreams.
And his lyrics, enough.
Hashtag. Ready? What does Weird Al
dream? Oh, you were saying
I even did the last name.
Wow,
Weird
good
Al,
job.
Mr.
Weird Al. He's so talented.
Yeah.
So talented. And he was so fascinating he was such a nice person, too. Such a just jovial guy.
Mr. Al.
Mr. Al.
Gangster's Paradise. So many questions. Eat it.
Many questions.
Do these come to you in your dreams? I want to know. How do you get inspiration for these parodies?
And if he does get them through his dreams, God bless you, sir. You really are a genius.
Really, I feel like he is.
Yeah. He's one of the most, I mean, I think he's known for parodies, but people don't realize how, actually talented and smart he is, too.
Well, you have to also get the permission. You have to, he had to have, gotten to the part of his career where it's an honor to have a parody written from a song
They are. And I think even Kurt Cobain said Nirvana only was successful because of Weird Al or something like that, because of Smells
Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's true. Cool. I think it is an honor.
Mr. Al, let us know what you dream. Please. Would love to know. Okay, I haven't finished the stream yet. Speaking of dreams, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Okay, we saw Leslie Nielsen. Okay.
Oh my God, this is still that dream. I'm sorry. Yes, I know that sounds bad. I didn't mean still because I know we had a long break.
I've had a lot of long dreams today. And I stopped to talk to him, being that he was my favorite actor. But time in heaven goes by super quick, and by the time I realized my time was almost up, all of the course signs were gone too, so I couldn't even tell where my grandpa was.
Oh, no.
I never saw him, and I had to go back from where I started. But I was told I could come back every Sunday at 9:40 and use the same stall, and it'll happen again.
Wow. So
very specific.
That one hotel bathroom, is that? No, this is
it was church bathroom. Church bathroom.
So how come more people haven't been
It's very
sucked
special.
in? Wow.
As my dreams continued, I got to go through it once more, but yet again, I couldn't find my grandpa. He was always too far away from where I was starting, and I would run out of time.
Damn it.
Mhm. When I got back again, the church was being demolished, and I never got to go to the heaven's holy throne.
Heaven's
The holy throne, the time traveling toilet, also known as the holy throne. I love it. Thanks, Isaac. It was all so vivid, and I remember everything about it so clear. I wish I could try it again, maybe sometime. But all in all, I got to talk to Leslie Nielsen, and he said everything you go through when you pass is like being reborn into a life of your choosing.
Of your
What?
choosing?
Nice.
What? I have lots of ideas.
Okay. Thank you, Isaac. That sent
That's
us
a good-
on a
That was a
ride.
good one.
Through the toilet to heaven.
Through more toilet talks. This is Jenny from Raleigh. I once had a dream where me and some other classmates were partying in an apartment, and then one of the teachers
Yes.
came to the door and said
Oh,
if we
no.
didn't quiet down, he'd kill us.
Oh,
This
rude.
is an angry teacher.
What subject do you think he taught?
Ooh, history.
Yeah, definitely history. They don't have
History.
any sense of fun.
No humor.
Just kidding, besties. If you're a history teacher, I think you're lots of fun.
We love you.
Just experience from high school or something.
Yeah,
history
this is a
teachers that
personal
know.
experience thing,
yeah.
I think. Since one of my friends had been baking cookies earlier in the dream, I choked the teacher with a cookie. And then I woke up.
Not sure how that works. Was it one of those like,
Shove it. Like,
oh, I was thinking you had to wrap it around like a garrote. Like I thought like you know how they have this foot long Subway cookies now?
oh,
It was a party sub and a foot long cookie and just around the neck.
that's dangerous.
It could be.
Dangerous.
Yikes.
Well, thanks for your quick thinking, Jenny, and using that cookie wisely.
All right, Bestie. Before we get into this week's topic, Bestie, we need you to do us one favor, and that's tell your best friend about the podcast. You can tell a complete stranger, or you can tell the person in front of you at that next conga line. Just kind of get up close, whisper right in there. You know your arms are on their shoulders anyways.
yeah.
Just lean them back, whisper in there,
Lean
tell
in.
them. You know what's as fun as a conga line? REMelations.
Yeah.
You just got to tell one
Totally.
person. That's it. One person. That's how we grow. That's
It's a
how we
party.
keep coming back each and every week. Because it's a party. You're right. It's a party in here. Love it.
I love that you chose conga line because I had it circled. Like I could just see this one in my
Conga
head
line.
for some reason.
I don't think we've done this topic before. I sure hope not.
I
think
feel
we've
like
touched
it's
on
getting
it.
harder and harder to remember.
I feel like we've touched on this subject, but I don't know if we've done a full topic on this subject.
Okay,
Brooke, you know nightmares?
I'm familiar.
Yeah, they prey on our fears.
Mm-hmm.
It's not uncommon for people with fear of snakes to have dreams of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Fears of spiders to have dreams of spiders.
I don't like these dreams, Mindy.
But what if our fears affect our waking, functioning life? These are called phobias.
Yes.
Now, today we're talking about phobias. I am not a doctor. If you are having any of these phobias to the point where they're affecting your everyday living, life, and condition, be sure to seek advice from your healthcare professional.
Wow. Good
Okay.
advice, Mindy. That's good warning.
Thank you. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, a phobia is an uncontrollable, irrational, and lasting fear of a certain object, situation, or activity.
Yes. Okay.
So before we jump in, let me
I know
ask,
you're going to
do
ask.
do you have any phobias?
I do. I think I have probably more than I realize, but
Yeah.
I'm better now, but I am slightly claustrophobic.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd have to be really restricted. Like it would
Yeah.
be like in a box or something. Like I've told you I've been stuck in an elevator and managed
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But as our besties know, I also have a weird fascination with sharks and snakes, but I'm terrified of both.
It's like it's a phobia turned into a fascination.
Yeah, because I think the
photo-
reason is I try to understand their place in the ecosystem. But I think more so with snakes, I just, okay, it sounds strange saying this, but
No,
I
nothing
have
strange.
pet a cobra
Right.
and I have swum with sharks.
Yes.
Swam?
I think both
Swam?
are, yes, swam.
So there was
Both
a way
are on our sleepover squad, Bestie. If you want to
Right.
see Brooke holding a snake and Brooke swimming with sharks, check
So
out our
I
sleepover squad.
try to face those phobias,
It's pretty
but
good.
it doesn't get rid of the phobia. Like, I think if maybe I was
Yes.
just afraid of snakes doing this, I would have been like, hey, it's a fucking cobra. That
Yeah.
wasn't so bad. But
Yeah.
if I even saw like a little snake, a non-venomous snake,
Yeah.
I would probably freak out. Like if
No,
I was sitting like, in the yard or something.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
No,
You
and
don't
everyone
like
knows.
bugs. You're not a big bug girl.
Bugs, I don't care so much. Spiders,
I was like, spiders.
you know, I can take care of them for the kids. Like, it's not awful. Snakes definitely don't like. Mark and I used to go running on a trail by our work, and one day there was just a snake on the trail. Like, and I saw it just before I was about to step over it, and you could have heard that scream from like miles and miles.
I hate
so
this
snakes.
story.
No, but also elevators. I always had a phobia of elevators, but I'll get into that in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. According to the medical mental health community, they have categorized phobias into 3 different categories by the American Psychiatric Association, or the APA. 1, social phobias. Now it's more known as social anxiety disorder, but these phobias are marked by fear of social situations where you could feel judged or you can feel embarrassed. You know, imagine going to a party and you have a panic attack because you're in a social situation where you don't feel comfortable. That can be considered a social phobia. There's also agoraphobia, and this phobia involves the irrational extreme fear of being in places where escape is difficult. It may also be a fear of crowded places or even leaving home.
I was going to say, I thought it was the fear of leaving your house. Like you just kind of become a recluse and like a shut-in.
The third type of phobia is called specific phobia, where it's fear of snakes, spiders, needles,
clowns,
or a specific object. Or exactly, clowns. Oh, see, I'm not afraid of. I don't like clowns, but I don't have a.
No,
phobia.
I'm not. But I know that it's a big phobia for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. So, what are symptoms of phobias? How do you know if you have a phobia? There's an intense anxiety or even panic attacks in the presence or in the possible situation of the stimuli. Your heartbeat can become rapid, you can become short of breath, or even experience something as physical feeling as chest pain.
Oh, yeah.
You begin sweating, trembling, or even shaking. You can feel dizzy or lightheaded, nauseous, gastrointestinal distress. Ooh, gastrointestinal? That's hard to say. Gastrointestinal.
Sure, that's good. You did it.
Distress. Fear of losing control or thinking you're going crazy, avoidance of a situation, and intrusive thoughts even. So how are phobias diagnosed? Healthcare professionals will do an in-depth assessment of symptoms by asking your fears, including like, what are your fears? How long are the durations and impact on your daily functioning? And I think that is a line that needs to be mentioned is we can all be afraid of snakes.
Yeah.
But is it to the point where
it's irrational? You
become unfunctional in your life due to a phobia. And most object phobias don't have that level of extremeness because you're not in that situation very often.
Right.
Like,
it's not like a social one where it's
right.
An everyday
a lot more extreme. Yeah. Also, a review of the patient's medical and psychiatric history, including if there was any traumatic experiences related to the phobia. If you were bitten by a snake, you can develop a phobia of snakes. And this is where my elevator story comes in.
Okay.
So, and we may have talked about it before, but when I was younger, I was probably 5. My family traveled to South Dakota on a road trip, and the fire alarm goes off at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm 5. Okay. I am in kindergarten.
Yeah.
The only thing
I never heard this story.
No? Okay. So then our bestie probably hasn't.
Yeah.
So all I know is at 5 that you don't take elevators when there's a fire.
Wow, that was really good, Mindy.
Well, thanks, Holy Ghost. But I remember seeing, and we were probably on the 7th floor or something. And I remember seeing people getting into elevators as the fire alarm's going off. And I remember feeling extremely panicked for them.
Wow.
At 5. Like, you can't get in an elevator. You're not supposed to get into an elevator.
Right. Wow.
And I've never liked elevators since then.
I find it very odd that, well, it's not that odd. Obviously, I don't know every childhood story of yours. But I find it odd that 2 people are friends that have both been in hotels where the fire alarm has gone off. Because I was about 10, I think, when we were on vacation. But we took the goddamn stairs, Mindy, all the way down. We did not get in the elevator.
It's probably smart. What
are the odds of 2 hotels?
Right.
You know, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's not a very common occurrence. And I'm just discovering this now that we've both had that experience.
Shared experience. No, there was nothing wrong with it ended up being like the steam from a shower set off, like a detector,
it was, like,
whatever.
It was something in the kitchen, but it was put out like pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I will take elevators now, and I think I've grown out of that fear. I don't love elevators.
I didn't really know that you had this fear.
Yes,
but
I will take, if it's like a few flights, I will take the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Usually, like in a hotel or something, if I'm like on the 3rd floor, I'll take stairs.
Sure.
Still, but I won't not take an elevator. I'm not that.
It's not hindering your
consuming
everyday life.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Another example can be like a service member coming home from active duty who may have developed phobias due to PTSD.
Yep.
Your healthcare professional may also observe your behavior to view your emotional responses to the presence of a situation or stimuli, like putting a spider in the hand of someone who has arachnophobia.
Nope.
Or placing someone in a social controlled environment, which makes them socially anxious. I'm going to get into 3 specific phobias that have to do with nighttime.
Okay.
And all of this comes from a great website that's dovemed.com, and articles from Karish Tangila, an MD. I'll put the links in the show notes. But they go into detail about the following ones, and I found a lot of my information from them.
Okay.
Okay, so we're starting with nyctophobia.
Nyctophobia. Are you scared of nicotine?
I'm good. Ask. What do you think it is?
I knew you were going to ask. Well, you said it's with nighttime. Nyctophobia. God damn it. What is it?
Excessive or irrational. Yes, that's it. Fear of the dark or of
it
night.
Just popped in my head, like right when you had your hand on your hip, like you were going to tell me.
What is it? It came to you. Wonderful. Most studies report that fear of the dark rarely appears before the age of 2 and roughly peaks around the development age of 4 years old. So it's something very common in kids.
Yeah.
Nyctophobia is more specifically categorized by like the fear of the night. So there's fear of dark and fear of night. Kind of categorize them together. They're a little bit different.
Yeah.
So as you become an adult, your fear of the dark may continue to hold on, and adults are often afraid of just the night. So it's often triggered by the brain's unfounded perception of what would or could happen in a nighttime environment. So individuals with nyctophobia experience intense anxiety, panic, or distress when exposed to darkness or low-light environments.
Okay.
The fear may be generalized in all forms of darkness, such as being alone in the dark or walking outside in the dark by yourself. Now, my teenage children, I think, have a form of this because if they...
All of them?
Well, I would say more so Marissa and Olivia used to do this. I think she doesn't do it anymore, but Marissa will still call me if she's at her dad's house and she goes downstairs to get a glass of water and no one's down there. She will call me to be on the phone with her.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now that she's in college, she will call me on her way home from wherever she's walking from, which I'm like, that's fine.
That's fine.
Like, I'm okay
safe.
with it. Please continue to call me. Continue to call me. Have you ever done that when you were younger? I remember having this fear. Like, you turn off the lights and you run up the stairs as fast as you can.
Yeah, or your brain starts racing and you're thinking of the person coming around the corner or standing, at the bottom of the stairs.
You see a shadow behind a tree and you're like, well, that's someone behind it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you're like hypersensitive to the darkness.
Yes. It's because you can't see and it's the unknown, right?
Mm-hmm. This scenario, again, is continued through adulthood In severe cases, it might also be tied to other phobias. So someone with chirotophobia is a fear of bats. So they would likely have nyctophobia as well as the fear of bats. So like it's a phobia that can have multiple things like nocturnal, or even sanguivorophobia, which is a fear of vampires.
Wow. Oh.
So they might also face nyctophobia.
In the physically that there's a word for the fear of vampires. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Lycophobia is the fear of werewolves. So there's...
I mean, only in reference because werewolves are also called lichens.
Yeah.
So if you had put it together with vampire, I might have figured it out, but not on its own. I would never, like, what is lycophobia?
So I want to give you an example of someone from Reddit. Their Reddit name is Opening Director 740.
Oh, okay.
They have nyctophobia, and here's what they say.
I don't like being 739 more
opening
people
directors?
in front.
Closing director. I would have gone with that. They say, I don't like being outside at night by myself. I feel I need people to accompany me at night and keep me company. I'm freaked out also by being near windows that have no curtains at night. I have that, though. I always had to have my blinds shut.
Oh. I think most people do just for privacy, right?
Sure. Yeah. I can sometimes trip myself out, and it makes my phobia overstimulated. I'm only this way when I'm by myself. So even if there's people in my house, I'll be fine if I have to go outside to grab something from my car only a few feet away. I can manage to build the courage to walk outside and grab whatever from my car, but as soon as I grab it, panic will set in, and I have to race back to the house door as if someone was behind me. It's like I overstimulate my phobia with irrational thoughts, and it sets in paranoia and hyper-awareness.
Isn't that what creates the phobia? Isn't that what differentiates kind of the phobia from just a fear?
Yeah.
Is that it hinders rational thinking and stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
I've done that, though. Like, you
Yes.
just freak yourself out, and then it just makes it worse.
All right. I'm going to give you another one. You ready?
Yes.
Selenophobia.
Selenophobia?
Selenophobia.
Can you spell the first part for me, please? Is it a C or an S?
It's Seleno.
Okay.
Phobia.
Selene. I don't know what that one would be.
So this one falls under a specific phobia category.
And it has something to do with nighttime?
Mm-hmm. Let me give you the other term. It's also known as lunophobia.
Moon.
Yes. It's an irrational and excessive fear or anxiety of the moon.
Okay.
Individuals may experience significant anxieties when they see or think of the moon. They may exhibit behaviors such as staying indoors at nighttime or drawing curtains to block the view of the light of the moon.
I've never heard of fear of the moon, but I mean, I guess there's a fear of everything, but...
Yeah.
Wow.
It may stem from various factors, including traumatic experiences, cultural or religious beliefs, of course, or an associated fear of the werewolf phobia, which is the lycanthropy. Or lycanthropy, yeah. Here's another Reddit user experience. This is BNA 1820, because there was 1,819 more
there you
BNAs.
Go. That was good number work, Mindy.
Thank you. I used to have selenophobia. Specifically, I had the fear of the full moon. In my case, it was mild, but my mom told me that I had the phobia because of a babysitter I had when I was 2 or 3.
Oh, God.
Someone who had scared me into it. Because of the phobia, I basically couldn't look at the full moon. I gradually lost the phobia in my early teens, but even today, whenever I look at a full moon, it's like an odd thing, like an abomination in the sky.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I wonder what the babysitter did.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
that's scary to think they could... I mean, obviously, you can fuck someone up mentally.
Yeah. Going back to like the traumatic experiences, like what happened when he was at that impressionable age that was so lasting.
Right.
Maybe she told him like werewolf stories, or they
Werewolves
watched Twilight. Who
full
knows?
moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, last one for you. This one is oneirophobia.
Oh, boy.
Oneirophobia.
I don't even have a guess for this one. Is
Come
there
on.
another name? Is there an alternate?
Nope, I don't have an alternate name.
The fear of... It doesn't bring... It's not sparking even one thought. What is it? Just tell me. You're killing me.
The fear of dreams.
What? That's so terrible. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. But I don't feel so bad.
Okay. Oneirophobia is an excessive and irrational fear of dreams. People with oneirophobia may become preoccupied with thoughts of dreams and engage in compulsive behavior, such as avoiding sleep or using sleep aids to prevent dreaming. It's relatively a rare phobia.
Yeah.
It affects all ages, but is more common in individuals who have a history of anxiety or phobias, or other anxieties or phobias, who have had negative experiences related to dreams. Believed to be related to a combo of genetic, environmental, and psychological conditions.
Or the premise of any Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Or that. I think we have to call that Freddy phobia.
Freddy phobia, yes. Now I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I should have just called it Freddy phobia.
You should have. I would have been like, yep, fear dreaming.
Yep. Obsessive thoughts and compulsive behavior can cause these people to be avoidant of sleep or, like I said, taking things to prevent dreaming. Avoidance of situations or objects related to dreams or sleep. It can cause them to have panic attacks before going to bed. But here's another Reddit user story. This is from Cosmic Chef.
Cosmic Chef. I love it.
No number. So they had the original. They had the OG Cosmic Chef. They say, my OCD obsession has entered my dream before. And since this theme is a really disturbing one, it has caused me to be afraid to sleep in the past. With my OCD, I get sent back into a major episode of obsession when it enters my dream. In fact, last week I had one that caused me to perform compulsions so much in my dream that the next day I had a panic attacks as well. It's emotionally and mentally and actually, to some extent, physically exhausting due to my OCF when I have the dream, which I call an OCD dream. Wow. So like someone who's battling OCD and trying to control that and then having a dream where you are participating in your routines, that I can understand how that could become, you don't want to sleep because it's almost like regressing on your progress.
Wow. And it's like you can't control your progress while you're sleeping. Your brain's going to do what it's going to do, so you can't like calm yourself down or use any other kind of method, besides stopping the dream.
Oh, I thought I had 3. I have one more. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Here's my last one. Somnophobia.
Fear of sleeping?
Yes, fear of falling asleep. That was the easy one.
That was easy.
Also known as clinophobia. But somnophobia is an intense, irrational fear of falling asleep or going to bed. Fears of having...
I mean, you're not afraid... It's separate from dreaming. So is it like... I mean, sure, you're going to tell me, but is it like you're afraid you're not going to wake up or something?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So it's fear of losing control or never waking up.
Yeah.
The fear also could be related to the fear of missing out.
Oh, okay.
It can affect people of all ages, but is most common in children. It may be more prevalent in individuals who had traumatic experiences related to sleep or bedtime who have family history of anxiety or phobias. People with this phobia will try avoidance of bedtime or sleeping altogether. Again, physical symptoms, sweating, trembling, or rapid heartbeats. The exact cause of these phobias are unknown, of course, but sometimes traumatic experiences associated with bedtime can cause these.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you one more example here, and this is an article from The Guardian by Amy Fleming. And this is the story of Brandy Clear. She's 37. She's a mother of 5 who lives in New York, and she writes about her mental health experiences, including life experiences with somnophobia.
Mm.
She says, I was afraid of going to sleep from the age of 6 or 7. When I was 9, my mother took me to a doctor who prescribed an antihistamine and a sedative. It would help me fall asleep and stay asleep, but it was hard to wake me up in the morning, and I didn't like tasting it. So I stopped. I started eventually to force myself to stay awake because I just didn't want to sleep. Eventually, my body would get so tired, I would just fall asleep and there was no fighting it. But I would just shut down and pass out. But I would never sleep for longer than 6 hours.
Oh, my God.
When she was 13, she hadn't slept in over a week and became delirious and was eventually hospitalized.
I was going to say, it doesn't take a whole week. I mean,
we talk about no sleep. It's not good. Yeah. They sedated me for 2 days, and eventually I got into counseling for some other behavioral behavioral issues I was having. I told the counselor I don't sleep, that I'm afraid. What if my house is on fire and I don't wake up? Or what if a bad guy comes and kills my whole family when I'm sleeping? What if my mom dies on the couch and I'm sleeping through it?
This is like phobias within a phobia.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah.
it would be with your dream, like the dreaming one, too, because you could dream of anything.
Yes.
Any of these things is terrifying on its own
Right.
if you have a phobia. And then, wow, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I get it. I mean, so it's like the idea of like you don't want to sleep because you don't know what'll happen. You don't.
Right.
You're not aware when you're
And
sleeping.
you don't have control, really.
Yeah. To wrap up this part, let's talk about some treatments. Of course, like I said earlier, if you feel like you're having irrational phobias or fears that you can't control that are affecting your everyday life, talk to your healthcare professional. Some will prescribe some cognitive behavioral therapy to help.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the idea of exposure therapy. So especially with object-oriented phobias.
It doesn't work.
Gradually.
In my own personal experience.
Gradually getting you exposed to your fear in a supportive environment. There's some medications that might be options for you, including anti-anxiety medication or beta blockers prescribed to help manage some anxiety. And then, of course, relaxation techniques that we've always talked about. Deep breathing, meditation, yoga, things like that can help. Before we move on, I just want to give you a couple interesting phobias.
All right.
The most unique phobia is called...
Oh, no.
These are hard because I didn't put the actual pronunciation in these ones.
Oh, okay. Just read it phonetically.
Arachibutyrphobia.
I don't know.
This is the fear of having peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Okay, this is what gets me. Like, what is there not a term for? If
Right,
you could get
there's
as
so many.
specific as peanut butter on the roof of your mouth, why can't I have a phobia called blah, 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 blah phobia where I'm afraid of the stripes on my pillowcase?
Exactly. And there are so many phobias. I mean, I think it comes down to like if it's really affecting you versus just fun names, right? Because I think
but I mean, it's an
people make a light of it.
It's an actual... What is the book called? The designations of the psychology.
MDA?
Yeah, like, or it's an actual designation though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a word that exists for this. Like,
well,
crazy.
this brings okay. So what about trypophobia?
3 something.
The disgust of or fear of patterns of holes.
What? The patterns of holes? What does that even mean? What's a
Like if you saw like a
pattern of
dug
holes?
hole in the ground, that would cause you to have a fear
I don't
of holes. Okay, this is what I might have. Pediophobia,
That sounds terrible.
fear of feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking.
Oh no, podophobia, feet, podophobia.
Got it.
Yes.
I got it now, but my
Okay.
first thought was, wow, I
Yeah.
hope you don't have.
No, I should have that fear.
Well, maybe you're
Um,
afraid of pedos, which you should be afraid of pedos.
Yeah, everyone should. This is one we both might have. Rhytipophobia.
Fear of lists?
The fear of getting wrinkles.
No way, man.
Not gonna happen.
Not we're gonna be porcelain forever.
Plasmophobia.
Fear of blood?
Fear of supernatural or ghosts.
Oh, like plasma? Like
Plasmophobia.
oh.
This is one that I think a lot of people have is the nomophobia.
What is it?
The fear of being without your phone.
Oh, is it spelled with a P or an N?
No, NOMO phobia. Nomophobia.
Okay, I don't.
Okay.
Some of these are just puzzlers.
Thanatropophobia. Everyone I think has this. The fear of death or dying process.
I was gonna say, is that why Thanos is called Thanos?
Maybe. And one last one for you. Venustrophobia.
Oh, fear of the planet Venus.
The fear of beautiful women. Which is us. It just makes sense. Like anyone around us probably has, Xena.
I mean, they take one look and they're like, what? I can't even process.
All right. So I have one more little game for you before we wrap up.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about celebrity phobias.
Okay.
Just stuff I found. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing these people with phobias. I'm just saying. It's something they've usually said in an interview or something.
Okay.
Do you know that Keanu Reeves and Megan Fox have the same fear, and we already talked about it.
Agoraphobia? They can't be.
Nectophobia.
They're what?
Nectophobia. They're afraid of the dark.
Oh, okay.
In Jimmy Kimmel in 2009, Megan Fox mentioned she's been afraid of the dark her whole life. I leave the lights on all the time, and if the light's off, I have to run across the room to get the switch. I can't walk through a dark room. I'm afraid of what I can't see.
Yep, I get it.
Okay. Kylie Jenner has a phobia. It's called amethophobia.
Okay.
The fear of dust.
Dust?
Yep.
Okay.
According to an episode of Life of Kylie, the reality star came out about her fear of butterflies and also her fear of dust in cups.
In cups? Like
in cups. Very specific.
Okay.
Like, but I understand if you leave a cup of water out, I think it's dirty.
Yeah,
after a while.
I get it.
You know? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Brooke, our boy.
Oh, which
our
one?
obsession with this podcast that we talk about so much.
George Clooney.
Nope. It's another hottie. Keep going.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds. We talked about him quite a bit recently.
No, it's going to take us all day if I keep letting you guess. Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay.
Has
What's he got?
coulrophobia. Or the fear of clowns.
Aha, see?
According to The Guardian, he has expressed his worry by saying, I have this fear of clowns. So I think that if I surround myself with it, it will ward off evil. But there's something about the painted face and the fake smile. They always seem to have a darkness lurking just under the surface, a potential for real fear.
It's so interesting that an actor says that. Like, yes. It's his career to, like, be painted and have emotion or emotionless on your face, depending on what you need. And it's like, it's funny. It's like he's almost afraid of himself.
Yeah. All right. Kristen Bell.
Okay. I know she's afraid of sloths or loves sloths. No, she loves sloths. Sorry.
Oh, well, who doesn't?
Well, there's that famous video of, what's her husband, Dax Shepard?
Yep.
Shepard. He got her a sloth for her birthday. Like, I think it was just coming over for the day.
Yeah.
But he's like, when she saw it, it's so funny. It's from probably like 15 years ago, but you should look it up. She's just bawling.
Oh, that's funny you mentioned it because Dax Shepard is the one who posted a 2018 photo with Kristen in the pool with gloves on. And he said, so the phobia is pruny fingers. When her fingertips are pruny, she doesn't want to touch other people's skin, and she will wear gloves in the pool. She doesn't like pruny fingers. Does that really
stop them from getting pruny?
I don't know, but that she wears gloves in the pool, and he posted like something on Instagram, I think it was.
That is funny. Okay.
President Roosevelt had triskaidekaphobia.
No clue.
The number 13.
What? Well, I think that's common. A lot of people.
Yeah. According to the Smithsonian, he was afraid of Friday the 13th or even having 13 people at dinner. Wow. He wouldn't travel on the 13th of the month.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
Has isotropophobia, which is a fear of reflective objects. She told Daily Mail, I have this phobia. I don't like mirrors. She also admitted to not watching herself on television. If anything comes on, I'm in. I shut it off or leave the room. Khloe Kardashian, another Kardashian here. Omphalophobia.
Oh, she's got all kinds of things, so I can't imagine. She's she's not agoraphobic, but I know she doesn't like to venture out too often.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
She's afraid of belly buttons. She admitted her biggest phobia on her app, and she says it's a touchy subject, but I hate belly buttons. You can't touch mine. I don't want to touch yours. When I'm in the shower, I wear hand mitts, and I scream every time I have to wash my belly button.
She doesn't wash her belly button every time.
That's what you get out of it. She's like, wait, her belly button is so full of lint. I can't even.
Well, I wonder if it is different with her kids, like you, with your feet thing. You're like, I can touch my kids' feet. Sure. You don't really love it. But do you think she's ever, like, giving her babies, like, a little zerbit on the belly?
I don't know. Maybe Bax. Can't do it on the belly. Matthew McConaughey. And this is it's a form of one phobia. It's called entomophobia. It's the fear of doors. But he specifically has a fear of revolving doors.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes a little more sense. I could imagine you're scared of getting caught in one.
Yep. I get anxious being near them, he revealed. I don't like revolving doors, and I really don't like the blind spot when you're driving. You know that spot where you can't see for like 10 feet what's in front of you, but mostly revolving doors, I guess.
Wow, okay.
Okay. One more. Should I do one more? Let's do Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, God. He's a character.
Epilophobia? Wait. Epilophobia.
No clue.
The fear of antique furniture.
What?
According to U.S. Magazine, Billy Bob said he has a fear of antique furniture. When I was asked about this reason, he said, I have friends that tell me maybe I was beaten to death with an antique chair in a former life.
That's a way to go. Who thinks I must have been beaten by an antique chair?
Right. And just to wrap it up, Matt Damon has a fear of snakes. Tyra Banks has a fear of dolphins. Whoopi Goldberg and DJ Khaled have a fear of flying. Nicole Kidman hates butterflies. Alfred Hitchcock had a fear of eggs.
Interesting.
Kevin Jonas's wife, Danielle Jonas, has a fear of balloons. Scarlett Johansson and Olivia Rodrigo both have fears of birds, also known as ornithophobia. Katie Holmes hates raccoons. And Christina Ricci has a fear of houseplants, also known as botanophobia.
Wow, you just listed like 3 of my brother's like crushes.
Oh, well.
Scarlett Johansson, Katie Holmes, and Christina Ricci, like back.
Well,
to
he's
back
going to have
back.
to deal with their phobias if they ever do meet.
That's fine. He's got some of his own. They'll be just fine.
And that wraps up Phobias.
Wow. Thank you, Mindy. That was fascinating.
Yes. Bestie, let us know if you have any fears. Join the conversation in our Facebook group. Just look for REMelations Besties. We'd love to know what you're afraid of.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not dreams.
No, hopefully not. And not fear podcasts.
Oh, podcastophobia?
Oh, no. You know there's going to be a word out there for
Oh,
it.
I'm going to have to. If not, TM. Podophobia.
TM. We did it. Podcastophobia.
Bestie. How was your week, Brookie?
Well, it's back to school time, and not just for me. I know you've got some exciting back to school stories to share, but yes, back to work for me.
Yes. New school year, new kids.
New kids. So just had some basic days so far, but tomorrow's the real first day of school.
Okay. With the students
Why
there.
they start school on a Friday?
That's the
Not
stupidest
sure.
thing.
But I was told, and I don't know if this is true, that it's because of the Iowa State Fair. So many people go to it that
really?
their kids aren't in school anyway. So they just wait till the fair's over.
The fair's a whole week. Like, do you really have to go?
The whole week.
Interesting. I mean, it does seem like something Iowa would do.
Yeah. We love Iowa. We do. Especially the Iowa Podcast Awards.
Yes, we love them the best. But interesting. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just busy, getting back into the swing of it. I know.
Do you have to, like kids, when you have children, you have to, like, get them out of summer mode and get them into wake up school mode. Do you have to start yourself, like, the week before with early bedtimes, or
Me,
how does that
I
work?
never
Yeah.
adjust. So no, my body never changes.
You're like, nope, still gonna suck.
No, but I was speaking with a woman yesterday because we were doing like physical training.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that that's what she does. She's like, last week I started getting ready. I was like, okay, time to get into schedule and this and that. And it's like,
Yep.
But it's good for a lot of kids too. They need that structure
They
that
do.
they don't
Yeah.
have over the summer. And yeah,
Makes sense.
It's going to be interesting because this will be my first beginning of the school year
Oh, right.
with this position. So I don't know what it's going to be like.
Interesting. Well, I hope you have the best year ever.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Your
You can
kids
sign my
love
yearbook.
you.
Have
So
a
I will
bitchin'
say-
summer.
Of course, it's gonna say have a bitching summer and sweet dreams, bitches.
Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh, I would think it'd be hilarious if we ever pulled out our yearbooks and it said like sweet dreams, bitches in it. Or
Wouldn't that
I'm sure
be
it said
something?
bitching summer. It would be.
Something. That
Yeah.
would be great.
But no, your kids are lucky to have you, and you're gonna have an
Aw.
amazing year.
You're sweet. Thank you. And you've had some big changes, Mindy.
I don't even know what I'm running on anymore. I've had the busiest week ever. Right before month ever, I guess month before the big kids went off to college. I wanted to do one trip, so we went up to the Wisconsin Dells for a night. Got a room. We like swam all day.
Nice.
Spent the night. And the nice thing about a lot of those resorts is the day you check out, you can also use the resort all day. So before we left, we decided we were going to go down every water slide at the Wilderness Resort.
Every single one?
Every single one. The only caveat was if we were not allowed to, if it was like a super tiny children's slide.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that makes... But isn't there an indoor and outdoor part there?
Do you want to guess how many water slides we went down that day? We kept track.
I can't even fathom a guess, but I bet your calves and asses look great because you have to walk up all those stairs.
I walked up like 100 flights of stairs. It was awful.
Oh God, that's the worst part of water
and being the Virgo, and I'm like, okay, so even if there's like a racing slide and there's two slides, you had to do the left and the right for it to count.
Oh no! So you had to walk. Okay. How many? I don't even.
41 slides.
You did not.
We did. Even the one that like goes upside down like in a loop, it was crazy. I figure like this is my babies are growing up. Like why not do something while I'm physically able to? And if they want to go down the scariest, like the straight down, the door opens, you shoot down like 90-degree slides, I'm gonna do it.
Your swimming suit goes right up your butt crack.
Right up the crack. Right up.
I was like, why is everyone standing up and like pulling their wedgies out as soon as I went down that slide?
If you were a perv, if you just stood behind that slide, you'd have like the best view all day. But yeah, 41 slides.
Mindy,
all of them.
That's
we
awesome.
would even go down. They'd even be like these little kid, like 2-foot slides. We had to go down them if we were like, as long as they didn't catch us going down, we went down.
What a fun memory, though. It was your
fun.
Girls are gonna have with you. You know,
it was a lot of fun. And then like the next week, we started moving kids into college. So the twins moved out first. They're going to Western Kentucky University. So that's a good.
But they're just starting.
They're just starting.
Livy, you're bringing back to school, but gosh, Mindy, when you take your kids to school, and you have to do two at once. Crazy.
Yeah, so we went down on a Sunday night, and then Ava came down with me and the youngest, and then their dad brought Marissa down, but because they had so much stuff, it took, of course, 2 cars. So we started moving in at like 8 a.m., and so Ava moved in at 8 a.m., Marissa moved in at 2 p.m. I think I sent you a text. I was exhausted. It was like 10 hours of moving kids' shit in. And at some point you realize like they just want to be in college and you need to like leave. Like,
but you know what?
I can't put away all of your stuff. Like you want to do it.
You got to do it.
I'm here to help. And when you're ready for me to leave, just tell me you're ready for me to leave because I'm not going to be like hanging around when you don't want me here.
Oh my God, Mindy, it's so crazy.
And I was fine. Crazy. I had it all together and we were saying our final goodbyes.
Oh, God.
And it was me and the youngest because she's now the last of my daughters home. And I say, I love you, goodbye, give hugs. And they say, Mom, don't cry. And as soon as they said, Mom, don't cry.
That's it.
I lost it. I'm like, oh, I had it. I had it all under control until they said it.
I'm that way with my dad. Like, he'll just know, like, if he says, like, what's wrong? Like, we could just be on the phone or something. And I'll just, like, all of a sudden just lose it. I don't know if it's, but wow. Oh,
but yeah. So
could you imagine if they had gone to separate colleges? Maybe you would have had 3 moves.
That'd be awful. But yeah, the youngest, she took it hard. She was bawling. I mean, I had some tears, but she was bawling, and that's what it broke my heart.
Baby,
she's the baby. But then it was only a few days later. Then I drove back. It's a good almost 9 hours with stops back to Chicago. And then Thursday, the following, like 3 days later, I moved in the oldest. She goes to Illinois Wesleyan. And so I moved her in and it's her first time having an apartment.
Oh.
So she had 3 carloads of stuff. Her car, my car, and then she had some stuff she stored at her boyfriend's that we had to go pick up later. But it was cute because I didn't realize how much time I would be assembling furniture. So it was like I had to put together the coffee table and the futon and hang curtain rods but it was a fun day. We had a really good time.
So much work though, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we got down there at like 8 a.m. I think I left at like 9 p.m. But before I left, like, we were going to go out for dinner, but we were so busy. I'm like, let's just order in Chinese. I picked up some wine. She's 21. She's 21 now. And it was cute because her roommate and me and her were sitting there on their new futon that I just put together.
Yes.
And we're drinking wine. We're eating Chinese. And she just looks at me and she goes, I feel like this is the best. Like, I feel so adult right now.
God, good job,
Like, eating
Mindy.
Chinese food with my best friend,
job.
my mom, and drinking wine. Like, I'm loving this moment. And I was like, oh, here I go again, crying on the way home.
Here I go again.
Oh, it's been a lot of tears this last couple weeks, but
A lot of
wonderful.
change, a lot of excitement and sadness, but it'll be
Yeah.
good. It'll be good. I can't
It'll be
wait
good.
to hear how the girls are doing away at school for the first time.
Well, I mean, they could call me. That's good.
Yep.
Ava's gotten 2 tattoos, so that's
Wait,
exciting.
in a week?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that
She got one
happened.
right before she left, and then she got one because some guy in her dorm does tattoos.
Oh,
So I'm
she's
like, oh,
gonna
that-
come home with a lot
That
more
sounds
than...
safe. So emotionally hard and
Yeah.
parenting hard. It's been
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Wow.
I love 'em. All right, Bestie. I think that wraps up the episode before I start
Yes.
crying again.
Please don't. Please
Please
don't.
don't. I got it together. Yeah. But I just thank you for being our bestie, sharing in our lives, letting us share these stories with you.
Absolutely.
And to you, Brooke, always enjoy seeing your
Mwah,
face.
mwah. All right, bestie. Until next week.
Don't forget to vote
Don't
on the
forget
People's
to
Choice
vote.
of the Iowa Podcast Awards.
Yep. REMelations.com/vote. And watch out for Heaven's Holy Throne
There's a time limit.
and Sweet Dreams.
Sweet
bitches.
dreams, bitches. Oh my God!
Wait.
But who would you see? Is it?
And do you ever get to see them, even if you try?
If it's not on the arrivals and departures board, like
You wouldn't know where to go or what hole of golf to go to. Nothing.
9:20 on Sunday, you'll know where to find me.
Yeah. I'll look you up next time I'm in Heaven's Holy Throne.